NBCC India Limited Q1FY22 results call hosted by ICICI Securities Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Adhidev Chattopadhyay, Vice President at ICICI Securities Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of ICICI Securities, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Q1 FY22 results conference call of NBCC India Limited. Today, from the management, we have with us Mr. P.K. Gupta, the Chairman cum Managing Director, Mrs. B.K. Sokhe, the Director of Finance, Mr. Rajendra Chaudhary, the Senior Executive Director, Engineering, Mr. Pawan Kumar, the Executive Director, Engineering, and Mr. Pradeep Sharma, the General Manager, Engineering of the company. I now like to hand over the call to the management for the opening remarks. Over to you. Thank you.
A very good afternoon to all the investors present here. I'm P.K. Gupta, Chairman Managing Director of NBCC. The results of Q1 of 2021-22 have been recently out. And I'm very happy to inform that despite the second wave of COVID, due to which a lot of time was washed out, we have performed fairly well as compared to the Q1 of the last year. The turnover during Q1 of the financial year has been 932 crore, which is 115% higher as compared to first quarter of last year. Profit after tax has increased by 247% as compared to first quarter of last year. These are standalone figures. On consolidated accounts, turnover has increased by 104%. It is 1380 crore as compared to 677 crore last year. And profit after tax has increased by 260%. It is 37 crore as compared to 11 crore during first quarter of last year. During first quarter, we have secured a business of 1,500 crore. Major of that is NIT Srinagar for an amount of rupees 600 crore, National Sports University Impal for an amount of 400 crore, and OSPC Odisha for an amount of 200 crore. Rest are small value work. The sale of commercial property particularly was very sluggish during the COVID period because almost everybody was working from home. But now since the COVID is practically over, we are hopeful that commercial property will open up, and we are in talks with many clients for sale of our flagship project of World Trade Center, Nauroji Nagar. We have already sold 3,700 crore worth of property, out of which 1,700 crore was sold during the COVID period. And we are in talks with major clients, and that talks are likely to materialize soon. We are in talks with the Border Security Force, National High Speed Rail Corporation, National Highway Development Consultancy Corporation, and these talks are likely to materialize soon. Regarding our major project of Amrapali, we have been recently able to arrange rupees 650 crore from SBI CAP through Swami Fund. This was in talks with for quite some time, and this has recently materialized. We have received the advance of 10 crore, and further money is likely to come within 2-3 days. So this will give a major boost to Amrapali project, in which there was a problem of funding because of sale issues of residential property, partly due to COVID. And earlier it was awarded to some other company, but since they were not able to sell the residential property, we have taken over as per the directions of Supreme Court. And we are in the process of appointing channel partners for the same, and will be launching the sale very soon. We have already given the advertisement in paper. For this funding from SBI CAP is for 6 projects of Noida and Greater Noida. And for balance 16 projects, we are in talks with many banks. And Honorable Supreme Court has also given directions to these banks to give the loan for these projects at the earliest without waiting for any security. So these talks are in advanced stage, and we hope that this funding arrangement will also materialize soon. Regarding further business, redevelopment is our main focus, as large number of properties of all ministries and departments, they are in bad shape and they want to redevelop it. So that is the major area of focus regarding future business. We are in advanced stage for redevelopment of Delhi Jalbird property in Lajpat Nagar in Delhi. That's likely to fetch a business of rupees 3,500 crore. We are in advanced stage discussion with Postal Department for redevelopment of their property. And defense land in Delhi and Visakhapatnam. In Delhi, it's likely to fetch a business of rupees 2,200 crore, and in Visakhapatnam, it's likely to fetch a business of 1,500 crore. With Karnataka government also talks are on for their twin tower in Karnataka. It's also a redevelopment property for 1,250 crore. As far as other than redevelopment projects are concerned, signing of MOU with Delhi University for all their future work, that is in advanced stage. We have already sent the MOU. It's likely to be signed soon. An MOU is under signing with Power Operating System Operation Corporation for redevelopment of their 8-acre property near NTPC Badarpur, and 1-acre property in Bombay and 2.5-acre property in Bangalore. These 3 property of POSOCO they want to develop, and talks are going on. We have already signed an MOU with National Productivity Council for their development of 3-acre property in NTPC Badarpur. Regarding overseas projects, we have taken up a project of social housing in Maldives. The cost of this is $130 million, and this is to be financed through Exim Bank. And it is the final stage of negotiation, and loan agreement is likely to be signed soon. After that, we'll start the work. We are also floating the tender for this work, anticipating the signing of loan agreement. We are developing some new sectors. We applied for independent engineer services for construction of new airport in Jaipur. And I am happy to inform that we have been declared the lowest after opening of bid, and this work is likely to be awarded very soon to NBCC. Similarly, for Central Warehousing Corporation, for construction of their silos, the talks are going on with the CWC, and this is also in final stage. So, in many parts of the country, they are constructing new silos. That work will be awarded to NBCC. This is all on business development front and the performance of last quarter. And construction has picked up post second wave of COVID. We have around 40,000 laborers on our site. This was little less due to, firstly due to second wave of COVID, and then after the rainy season. Now both of them are over, and labor is picking up, and we hope that during mid-September we should reach the figure of 60,000. That is our peak requirement of labor, and then we'll be working with full speed. Our current order book is 62,000 crore, and we are floating further tenders for redevelopment of 7 GPRA colonies. The work on recently started works are Karkarduma project of Delhi Development Authority. The work has started, and the work on GPOA, General Pooled Office Accommodation, that is a part of 7 GPRA colonies. The work on that project has also started recently. These are the 2 major projects that have been started recently. Work on Nauroji Nagar World Trade Center is going on with full speed. And Amrapali project also, there was a little slowdown in that project, but now that is again picking up, and in September we hope to do it with full speed. We have already handed over 200 flats in Amrapali, and 1,500 flats are ready for handing over. So this is all about the opening remarks. Now I hand over to for questions.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking questions. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. To ask questions, please press star and 1. The first question is from the line of Atul Dwivedi from Nedgis. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody, and wishes for to NBCC for future. Okay, so my question is, as Mr. Gupta said that current order book is 62,000 crore rupees. So the thing is, when you are planning to finish all the work in near future, I mean 4 years or 5 years, and how much profit after tax you are going to generate in a normal situation, if suppose there will be no corona or some other unforeseen things. So this is my question.
We plan to wipe out all these order books within a span of 4 to 5 years, because the major order book is 7 GPRA colony, and that is partly dependent upon the sale of property. But we hope that post-COVID the sale of property will pick up, and in next 4 to 5 years we'll be able to wind up this.
Okay, and how much, what is the margin? I mean, what is the profit after tax you are planning? I mean, supposed to get?
We expect a profit after tax of 4 to 5%.
Okay, so it means approximately with this order book, current order book, you will get around 3,000 crore rupees in the next 4 to 5 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rohit from Antique Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity, sir. So my question is on the awarded project. I understand we had 18,000 crore of works being awarded, out of which 13,000 crore is cost plus model and 5,000 crore is redevelopment project. Is that the correct understanding of the numbers?
Broadly, yes.
Sir, out of which you are targeting close to 7,000 crore of execution in this fiscal. Is that guidance intact?
Yes, we are expecting that.
Okay. Sir, second question is on how much we are planning to award. That is the quantum of projects that is to be awarded to the contractors.
We have during current year we have already awarded contract work rupees 1,500 crore, and we hope to award another 5,000 crore worth of contract during the current financial year.
Okay. Sir, then my question is on the seed money. What is the quantum of seed money invested in all these redevelopment projects and other projects?
So far, we have invested 1,100 crores of seed money in our project.
And madam, what is the other income that you are booking every quarter, or the income that you earn from the seed money?
Major income, other income, the major portion is from this interest on the seed money which has been accrued. And in last time also we have informed that NBCC received out of that accrued interest, rupees 60 crores from the out of that escrow account. Yes. And other income.
What is the seed money interest, madam, like?
We are getting the interest at the rate of 12% per annum principal interest.
And this is more like an income booked, however, cash is realized after, later.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my side. I will get back in the question queue.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rahul Dawawala from SK Medical Agency. Please go ahead.
Thank you for this opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. I am a very small retail investor of NBCC since 2014, and I have a number of times written all the managements. But my major concern is that after 2018, our share price in the market is drastically down. We were at the market cap of 25,000 crore, and right now we are below 10,000 crore. And why in this such bull run we are not able to attract many more investors in our company even after performing well? What is the reason behind it that? And why and what steps are being taken by management to track this? I know the share price is market driven, but market is also driven by the confidence of the investors. So what are the steps taken by management for this? Thank you.
As far as investor confidence is concerned, last 2 years, unfortunately, 4-5 months of last year and this year also 2 months, they were lost to Corona. That is one of the important reasons for the share market, share price not picking up. But as compared to the price of share during March 2019, we are still 50% higher. The market cap is about 50% higher as compared to March 2019. So, in fact, as our order book is quite robust, our strategy is number one to have faster execution of the project, and we are floating very large value tenders. Earlier, we were not having that large value tender. There are a large number of tenders, more than 500 crore rupees has been finalized recently, and further tenders are also in that range. Another is that we are diversifying in new areas. One is the airport construction. We have submitted the offer for independent engineer services, and since there are large number of airports are likely to come up in India under the program UDAN of Honorable Prime Minister. So there will be a lot of business in that sector. The second area is that we are venturing into a railway sector. We have given our expression of interest for construction of road over bridges over railways. So that shortlisting process is on for construction of road over bridges. And third is that we are aggressively taking up overseas projects. This Maldives project agreement is likely to be signed soon, and the margins in overseas projects are comparatively higher. So we hope that all these activities will see a boost in the share price and market cap in future.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Marshall from IT Solutions. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My question is that in terms of company turnover, we see a huge amount. But when it comes to dividend payout, it seems to be very small, not even small, it's like infinitesimally small. So, the numbers are not reflecting with respect to the dividend payout. So, do you have any concerns about this or any? Because it's not going to help union government also. So, how are we going to take care of this with respect to shareholders?
As regards the dividend payout, the company is following the guidelines given by the DC. Like we have to pay the minimum dividend of 30% of PAT and 5% of net worth. Though we would like to give the more dividend, but currently the company is concentrating on the business, because we want that we have a commitment of the seed money in our redevelopment project. So far we have invested 1100 crores of seed money in the redevelopment project, whereas we have a commitment of 1500 crores. So we would like to put more focus on the business, so that the money will be first utilized on the business, so that the value of the shares of our shareholders will increase, and in the future we will definitely consider paying the more dividend, because we have to take care of the liquidity also. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parvez Akhtar Qazi from Edelweiss Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. A couple of questions from my side. First, you indicated that you have an order book of 62,000 crores. I believe that must be at the standalone level. Would it be possible to get the order book at the consolidated level, including the subsidiary?
Yes, I'll tell you. The consolidated level, you can add another 10,000, so it's 72,000 crores.
Okay. And in terms of the guidance, also the revenue guidance that you have given, I mean, would it be possible to get it at the console level?
Consolidated level should be around 9,500 crores.
And sir, of this 72,000 crore consolidated order book, what are the tenders that we have already awarded?
During the current year, you mean to say?
No, till date. Out of this overall 72,000 crores, how much have been totally awarded till date, not in current year?
Total running projects are 23,000 crores.
23. And we expect 1,600 crore we have awarded this year, and 5,000 crore additional we are looking at.
Yes.
Got it. And the last question, would it be possible to get the cash at the consolidated level? Cash levels at the consolidated?
Pardon? You are not clear.
Repeat your question.
Cash and bank balance at the consolidated level.
Okay. Cash and bank balance at the consolidated level is 5,300 crores, out of which company owned balance is around 550 crores.
Sure, sir. Thanks. That's it from my side. All the best for you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vinod Modi from Reliance Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. Sir, my question pertains to about the total awarded projects to contractors. I remember in previous call, Q4, you stated that 12,000, total projects were awarded to contractors, and you were expecting to award, further 10,000 to 12,000 crore in this fiscal. Now you are saying that after awarding, 1,600 somewhere in Q1, you would be awarding around 5,000 crore. So I think you are toning down your own guidance in terms of new awarding, right?
Last year we awarded 12,000 crore worth of work.
Yes, sir.
That figure is correct. On consolidated level, in fact, we awarded 13,000 crore worth of work. This year we have till now awarded around 1,500 crore worth of work on standalone basis, and around 1,500 on consolidated level. In 7 GPRA, we are expecting minimum 5,000-6,000 work will be awarded in future in NBCC. But if the sales pick up in 7 GPRA, this figure can reach up to 9,000-10,000 crores. So we are expecting that sale of commercial property will pick up and we will have funds. So that's a little dicey situation. If the sale of commercial property in 7 GPRA picks up, then we'll be able to award work more than that.
Okay, got it. And sir, you also stated that total, real estate property sold so far 3,700 odd crore. So essentially, it means 200 crore real estate properties we have sold in Q1, right? Because the number was 3,500 crore at the end of FY21.
I was talking about World Trade Center, Nauroji Nagar.
Okay. Can you give me the breakup of the 3,700 crore total, real estate project that you sold so far, sir, in terms of project-wise, Nauroji Nagar or Sarojini Nagar, if you can give?
That 3,700 is the sale of Nauroji Nagar till now.
Okay.
And extra that real estate, other projects, that is separate.
Okay, so this is for Nauroji Nagar, right? And sir, you had also stated that your current monthly run rate for Sarojini Nagar was around 100 crore. So this amount is still intact, or is there any sort of change?
Please repeat your question. It is not clear.
Sorry? I was asking about Sarojini Nagar project. So we understand that the monthly revenue booking from this project as of now is around 100 crore. Right. So just wanted to understand whether this amount is intact or we have seen some improvement.
I think in September we should be able to reach this level of 90 to 100 crore in 7 GPRA.
Okay, fine. And last about your guidance at 7,000 odd crore guidance, you did, hardly 900 something crore in Q1 at standalone. But if I look at, to meet your own guidance, you will have to deliver 35 to 40% kind of, growth in next 3 quarters to achieve your, target. And now you are saying that your labor strength is still at around, at 40,000, whereas the normal requirement is 60,000 labor for all project sites. So don't you think that the target, there is a risk in terms of the target or guidance that you are giving?
Your voice is not clear, in fact. Voice is correct.
Sir, I was asking about your guidance at 7,000 odd crore, that revenue guidance that you have given.
Okay.
So, considering Q1 performance, you need to maintain at least 35 to 40% kind of growth for next 3 quarters in terms of revenue booking.
Right. First quarter was mainly wiped out due to Corona. Still, we have been able to reach a figure of more than 900 crore. You are absolutely correct that in next 3 quarters, we need to have around 2,000 crore per quarter, 1,800 to 2,000 crore.
Okay, so that is still achievable as per your understanding.
If there is no third wave of Corona and no other hindrances, so we hope to achieve.
And EBITDA margin guidance, you still maintain 2 to 3%, sir, that's all?
Around 2% EBITDA margin.
Okay, got it. Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot and all the best.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mahendra Nayak from CMS Investments. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. My question is pertaining to your notes of accounts, in particular note number 4, where you say that you have executed a group housing project in Alwar for around 58 crores and no sale could be effected. So may I know the reason why no sale could be effected in this project?
Will tell you. We are trying to sell Alwar. We are in touch with channel partners. Actually, the demand for the flat is picking up in Alwar nowadays, and we hope in another 1.5 years, we will be able to sell the Alva property.
Okay, but I guess the project was started somewhere around 2014-15. You started selling the project, and for 6 years there was no sale in the project. So at the launch of the project, there was no market study done, or there was no appraisal of the market to understand whether there is a demand for such kind of a project or not.
All things, when we take up any project, real estate project, the studies are and due diligence is being done before starting the project. In fact, in between, the real estate came down and the corona, all this clubbed together affected the sale, but now we are in touch with the channel partners for sale of the property.
So what gives you the feeling that now there will be a demand for these kind of projects?
In fact, real estate is now picking up post-corona. In Delhi NCR also it has picked up. In Sector 89 NBCC Heights, Gurgaon, we have been able to almost wipe out the complete property. Only about 35 flats are left. So real estate sales are picking up in other part of the country also. So we hope that now we'll be able to sell all the property.
And we have already committed around 58 crores on this project, plus we are estimating another around approximately 12 crores for making up for the deterioration. So that's the outlay of roughly 70 crores. What kind of sales figure do you expect from this project?
And actually, company has adopted the conservative approach. That's why we have made the provisions as per the in the year. So, but we are expecting that the project will be sold out. The feasibility study or the market valuations are being done. There is a procedure in the company that will make a committee and they submit us the report, and after that the sale will be launched. So it is in the process, but we are hopeful that we will be able to recover and the cost of the project.
Okay. Okay, thank you. That's all from my side.
Yeah.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Prem Khurana from Anand Rathi. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for taking my questions. Sir, I mean, if you will help me with the Amrapali project, I mean, in terms of status, how much of the project is already awarded or you tendered, and how much more is kind of expected in this year? And also, I mean, if you will help us understand more on this 650 odd crore rupees of temporary funding that has been approved. So does it mean, I mean, how would it be disbursed essentially? I mean, you spoke about 10 odd crore rupees which will be released shortly, or rather has already been released. How about this balance money? I mean, what is it linked to, I mean, in terms of disbursals? This is my first question.
There are 24 projects of Amrapali. We have awarded all 24 projects. In fact, last year itself we had awarded. 2 projects have already been completed and handed over. Work on rest of 22 projects is going on. This SBI CAF funding of 650 crore, that is for 6 projects. The agreement has been signed with SBI CAF, and the money has started coming in. An advance amount has already come, and balance will come shortly. And for rest of the projects, which are 16 in number, tasks are on with the number of PSU and private banks as per the directions of Honorable Supreme Court of India to provide loan for these banks. As the loan is required because the sale of the property will take some time, and normally nowadays people are interested in buying constructed property, not the property under construction. So in fact, the money was to come from the sale of already sold 32,000 flats, but out of that about 10,000 flats have approximately have been found to be Benami. So the flow of funds was a little less, and we are launching the sale of around 5,000 flats recently. Through our channel partners, we will be launching the sale. So that is the position. of Amrapali. 200 flats, in fact, we have already completed, and 1,700 flats we have completed. 200 have been handed over, and balance 1,500 are in the stage of handing over to court receivers.
And so the 650 or 640 odd crores of money that is supposed to come from SBI caps, is it linked to any milestone? I mean, is it linked to the fact that you sell incrementally, and which is when we would disburse, or it is irrespective whether you are able to sell incrementally or not, they would disburse it, and then you have an option to sell your inventory at a later date and then give them their money back along with the returns assured?
This loan of 650 crore is for 6 projects which are positive net worth, 3 in Noida and 3 in Greater Noida. And this is not linked to the sale of the property.
Sure. And when you sell these 5,000 odd units, you would be allowed to have marketing margins as well, right? And how much would that be now?
No, we will not have the marketing margin. In fact, we will be getting the marketing fees from Honorable Court Receiver.
Okay.
But the rate will be decided by Court Receiver, and the property will be sold at the rate decided by Court Receiver.
Sure. And so on, I think in Naroji Nagar, initially we were targeting around 1,600 crore rupees of incremental, 1,600 to 2,000 crore rupees of incremental sales in this year in FY22. I understand, Q1 was a little difficult because of COVID and people were not able to move. Is there any change in that target now, or you still are confident that you would be able to have at least 1,600?
There is no change in that target. We hope to sell that amount of property. Now, since the sale of commercial property is picking up and offices and commercial complexes are opening post-COVID, so we expect that we'll be able to reach that target.
Sure, sir. Sure, that's it from my end. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rahul Dawawala from SK Medical Agency. Please go ahead.
Thank you for giving me once again this opportunity. My first question is that what are in recent news article, government has announced for SPV for land monetization. What our management takes on this, and what we are trying to bring that in our basket?
Your voice is cracking too much. Can you repeat your question?
Yes. Recently, government has there are some news in that is this government is forming an SPV for land monetizations of 6 PSUs. So, what are our management takes on this, and what we are trying to bring that business into our basket? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Not clear. What you are asking is not clear.
Mr. Dawawala, if you're on a hands-free, request you to use the handset. We can't.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Recently, in one article, government is trying to form SPV for land monetization of 6 PSUs. What we are trying to bring that in our basket? What we are trying for the land monetization?
We are doing we are working as land management agency for a number of PSUs for valuation of their land and selling of land. That work is going on. And wherever the PSUs want to monetize the land, we are in touch with them. We are in touch for hemisphere property.
Okay.
Mr. Pradeep Sharma will tell you in further detail.
We are in talks with Hemisphere Properties Limited. They got land parcels at various locations. One of the biggest land parcels is in Delhi, around 670-acre land parcel. So we are in advanced talk with them. And accordingly, we have recently signed one land monetization agreement with RINL. So on similar lines, HPCL has also approached us. They are also having few land parcels in Bangalore. So that also will be partly monetized and partly redeveloped. So similar kind of proposals we are getting from other PSUs also. So we are considering all those proposals which are coming forward to us for our new business opportunities. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to participants that you may press star and 1 to join the question queue. The next question is from Rohit. Mr. Rohit from Antique Broking, you may go ahead with the question. There seems to be no response from the line of Mr. Rohit. That was the last question in queue. In case any of the questions have been unanswered, you may contact Mr. Balkishan Singla. I beg your pardon, Mr. Balkishan Singla of Investor Relations from NBCC. On behalf of ICICI Securities, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. You may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.